Welcome back, viewers. In the last video, we had installed the Budgie Desktop as per the Debian meta package. So the Debian meta package contains the Debian configs and the way to install the Ubuntu this Budgie Desktop as per the Debian choice. So the Debian community makes the choice which packages will be included in that meta package, how the Debian Budgie Desktop will look, how it will work. So now let us check out the actual desktop in this video. So you have to click here on the session choice and you have to select the Budgie. So we have installed the Debian Budgie Desktop on the top of the Linux Mint 21.2 Cinnamon desktop. Now you can input your password and will be logged into the Budgie Desktop. Now you might be thinking how this Budgie Desktop from the Debian configs or the Debian meta package will work here, because since Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu and Ubuntu in turn is based on Debian. So in Linux Mint you can have the two choices: either you install any desktop as per the Ubuntu meta package, or you install the desktop with the Debian meta package. So both Debian meta package and the Ubuntu meta package are available. The first thing that you have to do is you have to change the display. So you have to increase the resolution of the display. Control center, yes. Budgie control center should show yes. So now we are on track. It happens many times because we check out a lot of desktops, lot of Linux distribution, so it happens with this configuration. So yes, so now we have got a mix of the Linux Mint system as well as the Debian Budgie desktop. So you can see here the Budgie panel is there. So it just looks like any Budgie desktop, and it is looking like it looks in the Debian Budgie desktop. So it's very clean look, minimal looks are there. This is the welcome app. So welcome app is working here in the Budgie desktop that we have installed on the Linux Mint, and it should work. Let us see. Let's go. Let us launch the driver manager, whether they are working. Let us launch the update manager. So in the Ubuntu GNOME desktop, you have seen that the update manager is not working. Let us see if the update manager works here. Because since the Debian is a very minimal system, very light system, and it doesn't have that much heavy theming or modification of the code, it should work here. I think it is working here, while it was not working in the Ubuntu GNOME desktop. Even in this vanilla GNOME desktop, also it was not working. So here it is working perfectly. You can see it here. It is working, and it will show us the updates also. So the Mint upgrade is getting upgraded. Just a moment, we will come up with the update manager will come up automatically, or we can launch it from here. Can also launch the yes, it now the system has freezed. Maybe it is working in the background. So the update manager should come up. This is how the things will work. You can always experiment like this. You will know a lot of things about the package management, the different system configurations, because whenever you do such experiments, you might fail, but there are also chances that you will succeed and you will have something very unique on your system which nobody else has got. So we are just trying to test how the things are going to go ahead with this Budgie desktop on Linux Mint. So the update manager is working. I think it is updating in the background or what, because the system has freeze totally. The windows are not responding. We will just wait, or what we can do. Let us see what happens. So even this panel is also not responding. we wait another, or we can just force restart the system. So that should also work. So we can just force shutdown and then force restart the system. It should work. But don't do it yourself, because there are chances that you will mess up the system, and never keep any important data on the system while you are doing such experiments. Otherwise, your data might get lost. So it was very interesting even for me to check out the different desktops on Linux Mint 21.2. I had done a LVM style encrypted LVM setup for the Linux Mint 21.2 to install the Budgie Desktop on top of this encryption setup in the Linux Mint. There was some file system error. You can see it ran for a short moment, possibly some file system error. Yes, so now we will then go back, get logged into the Budgie Desktop. Yes, so I think there is not much issue because of just the update manager. We can just launch the update manager now. And also we can launch the software manager, or we can go with the firewall. Let us see what happens. There is the update manager. Okay, let us launch the firewall. Let us see if the firewall works. Yes, the firewall is working. I will now close. Let us launch the software manager. Let us see if the software manager is work or not. So this is the Linux Mint software manager. Let us see if the flatpaks are there. The flatpaks get configured by default, because in Linux Mint the flatpaks are there by default configured. Let us see whether the flatpaks will come here. Yes, so there are some. Yes, so yes, the update manager is working. You can see here. So it is showing all the updates from the Linux Mint. So that's great. So this is perfectly working. Only thing is, maybe you require to additionally start the system. Other than that, it is working. So in GNOME, the Linux Mint update was not working, but it is working here perfectly. Okay, so we will just start the updates. Let us see what happens. Yes, so even this Linux Mint Software Center is working. You can see here is there. And let us try to install the Blender and see if the flatpaks are available. Yes, flatpaks are also available. So perfectly, this will work on your system. There won't be any issue. So you can have the Budgie Desktop as per the Debian specification or the Debian meta package, and then install it on your Linux Mint 21.2, and it is going to work perfectly. Yes, it's perfect. Just we can just try to install the Flatpak. Let us see what happens. Let us try to install it. Okay, let's see what happens. And meanwhile, once this is completed, we can do with the update manager in the background. The update will run, and then I will show you all the applications that are there. It is definitely working. 1.2 GB to download, so it is going to take time. So what we can do, let it install. The update is also, let us try to install the updates also. Let them run. Okay, so the Linux headers will get updated. Okay, let it go. Now let us check out the applications that are available. Let us go. So in the accessories section, you can see the document viewer is there, file renamer, files, image viewer, notes, onboard, Redshift, text editor, USB image writer, USB formatter, warpinator. So here you can see all the icons are from the Linux Mint. They are not from the Debian. So the Linux Mint settings are in force. Only we have used the Debian meta package to install the Budgie Desktop as per the Debian configs. But overall, the system configs that are in force right now are from the Linux Mint only. In administration, you have got the backup tool, login window, software manager, synaptic package manager, system reports, update manager. So this is all Linux Mint. The Pix image viewer is also from Linux Mint. Drawing is also from Linux Mint. Internet section, HexChat, Thunderbird mail, transmission, web apps is from Linux Mint. Transmission might be common in both Budgie, Debian Budgie and the Linux Mint. Office, the LibreOffice suite is there. The library is a favorite document reader. Calendar is there. App references. You can see the Budgie control center, disk, input method, language, duty facet. Then you have got the startup applications, cellular, hypnotics. This is all from your Linux Mint only. And these are the Budgie desktop settings, power statistics, system, time shift, utilities. Let us try out the disk usage analyzer. Let us see what is there in the disk. So you can see here. So around 11 GB has been consumed by this setup. So it is very light, not very heavy on the resources. Let us open the disk. I just want to show you the log devices. Okay, so this is the boot partition. You can see here the 30 GB LVM2 partition is there. It has got Lux encryption. So the root partition is completely encrypted using Lux encryption algorithm. And these are nothing but the partitions. Partitions are there. 1.8 GB. What is that? It is boot. And what is this? Boot EFI, and this is unknown. So I also exactly don't know how this LVM will work. This is slash boot and this is slash boot slash EFI. Okay, so what happens is first the EFI will run and then the boot image will come, maybe come here at the boot. Possibly that I will we will check out this and I will make a video on this, how the two boot partitions are there. One is boot and the other is boot EFI. So how exactly it works in the LVM, that we will need to investigate. So I will jot it down in my diary and we will have a video on this. Right now, let us not make any assumptions, but something like that is happening. So because what happens is boot partition also need to be encrypted. Otherwise, what is the complete security won't be available, because through the boot partition somebody can hack your system. So I think something like that is working. I will check up and make a separate video on that later. Now let us see what happens to the update. So Blender is installing properly. The downloads are also going smoothly. Nothing is wrong with the system. Let us try out the Budgie control center and let us see the wallpapers. What wallpapers are there? So wallpapers always change the, we can say, the look and feel of the system, and if the wallpapers are not good, people will not use the system. So they definitely make a big impression on the new user. So wallpapers are very important part of the experience, overall user experience. I think it is coming up. So yes, the wallpapers are coming up. I think they are mostly Linux Mint only. Yes, most of them are Linux Mint only. Let us change the wallpaper. Yes, now it looks very nice. What about the Blender? Yes, it is still getting installed. And the wallpapers, let us check out. Yes, all the wallpapers are Linux Mint only. looks very nice actually. You can see here all the wallpapers look very nice. Yes, very beautiful. Awesome. This is also very nice. Very beautiful. Very soothing and sobering effect on the eyes. This also is very nice looking wallpaper. So all the Linux Mint wallpapers are there. I didn't see any Debian wallpaper here. Most, I think all are there from the Linux Mint only. So I think everything is working. Now again the desktop has freezed, but I think it is working properly because I think two big installs are going. The updates are also going, and this Blender is also getting installed. Otherwise, I think there is no other issue with this desktop. It will work. Only thing is, first when you do the update, don't try to update many things or install many things at a time. It will freeze. First do the system update and then start installing the applications. Don't do like this. This is for the experiment. I have to make the video. So I started the two simultaneously. But first, it is good practice to first install the system, then update the system, and then only do the upgrade. I think this graphics package is getting updated. That's why the screen has blanked out. The Mesa drivers and all those things they are getting updated. Okay, let us see what happened. I think the driver is getting updated and then it has crashed. Let us check. Should come out. Let us see what happens. So this is going to happen when you do the experiment, but once you get the complete understanding of system, you can go with the uh, installation of different desktops on the system. So you can install the Debian desktops on your Linux Mint. You cannot install the Linux Mint style desktops on Debian. That is not easily achievable, but you can always install the desktops with the Ubuntu theme or the Debian theme or the Debian configs or the Ubuntu configs on your Linux Mint, because Linux Mint is a tertiary system. It is based on Ubuntu. Ubuntu in turn is based on the Debian. So I think with this note, I will stop the video here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.